everyone. Welcome to the future. Okay. How do I sit? Hey, YouTubers. What's up? Welcome to my channel. This is weird. Being in the digital age is weird. Should I pretend like I'm coming out on a stage? Okay. Oh. Woo! Thanks for coming to the show. Thanks for coming to the show. This is where I got the good light, so hope this is good enough. Isn't it weird? People actually fucking vlog. They vlog. Like this, I'm a vlogger right now. And I'm like, hey, Glossier unboxing. I got this fucking piece of Vaseline that cost $17 that no one needs. You can never see the back of your head. That's why I say don't worry about it. Okay. Hey, everyone. Welcome to Cruising with Clara. I'm Clara. Oh, God. Whew. There's been so much, I think, for all of us to hold and make sense of in these arduous and trying times. A few things that I've been doing, honestly, today. Let me check my email, because I just straight up bought a talisman. Beep! Technical difficulties! Beep! This is going to be? This is going to be an experiment. We got to see if this works. I can't just continue on, halt, stop, pause in my life because I don't get to do my wee precious show in front of my wee precious studio audience. I would say that tends to be my preference. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of the whole shebang, is that you get to do it and then you know if it's good right away because they go ha 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 ha, and then you say, okay, let's just come on, giddy up, go on and figure it out. But it's not possible now. It's not possible. Everything has to change. Let me tell you one thing. It's not going to go back to normal. Woo, woo. Oh, I'm flipped. You turn this way, it goes the other way. Twist. How have I been keeping sane during quarantine? Not this. Vlogging is making me feel extremely weird because I want to look at myself down here. I don't want to look at the camera. I want to look at my own face. You ever looked at your own face this close before? Freaky. Yeah, I chipped those two front teeth around 6 years ago, going on a bike much too quickly, hit the back of a van, kept driving, went to work. At the time, I was dating this old man named Dave. And Venus and Scorpio, let me tell you, I lied and I told him I would move to him off to an island off the coast of Portugal. And I had no intention of doing that because I was gay. And sometimes you have to be gay and date an old man named Dave so you can figure out that there's more to life than doing just that. Oh, am I right? Water. I need water. What is this going to be? This is my show. I do a show every last Saturday at the Timbre Room here in beautiful Seattle, Washington. And that show is a talk show. I got guests. I have new guests every episode. And I have my co-host, Max Delsohn. They're there. I got HELLOO News with Earwood Experience Vault. It's basically a celebration of what it could look like if we all surrendered to how fucking sick it is to be annoying and take up space and make sure that everyone laughs and gets their needs met. It's all possible, let me tell you. But now we can't do that. We can't congregate. Even at the grocery store where I work, you got to be 6 feet apart from everyone. And you'd think that would stop people, but it doesn't. I'm stocking ice cream, ice cold, gotta wear gloves. And then you put the barrier in the aisles, do not enter, wet floor sign. You hope people would take the hint. They go, you know what, I actually would like cardamom ice cream right now, so I'm going to reach next to you with my fucking Corona hand, and we'll just both cross our fingers that I don't cough into your fucking mouth with a virus that is growing exponentially stronger by the hour. Check, please. I am not wearing a watch. So I've been doing good, bad. Bad, good, bad, fine, you know. I think everything's fine. I've been also trying to stop saying I'm fine. I think we should stop saying we're fine when we're not fine. Well, what do we think about that? Oh, I can't be on my knees anymore. Oh, God. Can't be on my knees anymore. Let me try to crouch. Okay. How about that, huh? That'll be okay for a second. Yeah, I had therapy this morning. I was irritated with my therapist the whole time, online therapy. You know, it's like, I really just feel like I get a better picture when I can see more than just your neck. I think that I can get an actual better existential download of what parts of my trauma need to be exfoliated when I'm not just interacting with this cubic square foot radius of my therapist's head. Is my preference. But we don't get to have preferences anymore, okay? This is 2020. This is COVID-19 in 2020. All of our little, my precious preferences. Oh, my little preferences. I want to have preferences. We don't get to have preferences anymore, let me tell ya. All that we have is jerking off, applying for unemployment, eat hot chip, and lie. That's all we get to do. But I'm so happy that I get to do this. I didn't know if I was going to do it. I've been, depressed. You've been toiling over the state of the world, humanity, about mutual aid, about governments that are just hollow, as they all are, not transparent, filled with lies and essentially broken infrastructure that was never meant to function for anyone but the rich in the first place. And then you kind of have to, most of us as gay people and other different marginalizations reckon with that every day, but then there's this massive surge to have to do it in every moment of your life because there's unprecedented illness that's breaking down the infrastructure at rates none of us even expected to see in our lifetime. So I was like, can I do this old back? Can I really make them laugh? And boy, oh boy, am I going to try. I hope you're laughing already. Oh, so this is the talk show in the digital age. It can only be me. I can't even have people come visit me on the couch. I can't even have someone, normally I would be here. I'm here. They would be here. We would be discussing their lives, sex, drugs, escapades. Sex, drugs, and escapades. You can still do that during Corona. You can do drugs at times when you didn't even think you have to do drugs at those times, We're talking 5 p.m. Molly. We're talking 9 a.m. mescaline, Take a barbiturate with your snack. A little barbiturate, a little Cheez-It platter. Mix them. Do both. We have nothing else to do but go on little vacations in our brains and reckon with what else that'll bring to us. You see what I'm saying? So I've been doing that, drugs, little sex, little escapades, trying to figure it out, trying to make sure everyone's okay, make sure I'm okay, talk to my friends on the apps. These phones, those aren't going anywhere, so we can try to make those work for us. And this show, it's going to be fun. I basically, since I can't have someone near me, because you got to have that 6-foot radius, instead I FaceTimed with all the people that I was going to have on the show anyway, or I had them send in something fun, something of themselves, and then I'm just going to paste it all together, and we'll all just astral project every part of this that you want to be a part of, and I think it's going to really make us all feel good, because all we have is one another, and all that one another has is each other. So, doing this literally makes me feel unhinged. I cannot believe I'm talking to my computer right now in this earnest sense, and if anyone wants to talk about neck acne cures, please follow me on Instagram at Clara Pluton. They haunt me and they're here for me constantly. I think we're going to have a really good show. Thank you so much for wanting to watch this show. Maybe next month I'll be able to do this show live in front of an audience, and if you live in the Seattle area or you'll be in Seattle, I really hope to see you there. I'm hoping to start filming those, so even if you don't, you'll be able to see the magic in real time, and just buckle up. If you want, you can Venmo me, pay what you can admission, because normally this show, tickets are $9 to go see it. Helps me a little bit, make a little money that way. But also, the internet, baby, wild, wild west. It's a wild, wild web. So if you don't want to, don't. Send money to someone else if you want. I love you, and let's start the show. Bye! And now, we welcome Max Delsohn to the stage. Woo! Woo woo! Hey, how you doing?
Hey.
Digital. Moving myself over to this side.
Yeah.
Are you standing or sitting right now?
Sitting, but I could stand if you would like me to stand.
Try standing. Let's try both standing like we do in the show.
Okay.
But put your phone down.
Put it down?
Yeah, put it down.
Like, I'm holding it still.
No, don't hold it. Back up from the phone. See, hands free like me. I think, do you feel natural or unnatural?
I can't see my own face. I don't feel unnatural, but I don't know if I look cool.
How about you lower your shoulders? Let's start there. I heard your wife laugh.
Yeah.
Okay, digital show.
Here we go.
Starting now. Woo! Okay, so we gotta talk topics.
Yeah, let's talk.
Okay, now I gotta stand back up.
You're gonna stand. Okay.
There's no way that it can really capture all of me. It's so small.
Yeah, it looks like you have some really nice. Are those pants?
Yeah, I'm wearing my snow pants.
Nice.
You can see less of me.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There you go.
Every time I wear these pants to work at the grocery store, people are like, "Oh."
What?
They're like, "If you hadn't worn those pants, I wouldn't have smiled all day." We're the split peas! And honestly, I'll tell you, working at the grocery store doesn't get better. It gets worse. Okay, so we have some quarantine topics.
Okay.
First quarantine topic, I feel like it might even be the only topic that we even have time for and can discuss.
Okay.
Quarantine topics.
Okay.
Let me know if you have an opinion.
Okay.
Everyone's talking about quarantine. They're talking COVID-19. Those kind of rhyme. Cockvid69 leads me to, are you more or less horny during quarantine?
Oh.
Where has your horniness been? I also know that you, as an Aries, run, we'll say horny.
I would say.
You run hornier than most?
Yeah.
Yeah. You run like top tier horny.
F to M Aries is like legendary horniness. I can't imagine anything else that's hornier than that. Maybe like a Libra.
You're like, I'll say, I am the horniest F to M on earth.
I will.
I came to my doctor and you said on the day of my F to M wedding, you make me as horny as fucking possible. You say you're horny and I go, make me hornier. I know that I'm gonna put this juice in my body every day, and it better make me as horny as the sands of time.
Yeah.
You're like as horny as Father Time.
Is Father Time horny? Is that canon? I feel like that's.
I feel like it's canon if you are like the one who abides by all of time. You're seeing a lot that might make you horny.
You're easily inspired. There's
a lot of stimulus. So where are you right now in your horniness career?
I don't know. I kind of feel like maybe like normal amount of horny, but I will say I think a lot about how other people are masturbating like a lot right now, and that kind of makes me more horny.
Explain.
Because like everyone is just
like, so okay, shut up. You wake up, first thought you think is I'm horny.
Someone somewhere, many people in many places,
yes,
statistically are jerking off right now.
Because they have nothing else to do.
That's what I mean is, like, I think about how, like, statistically, like, there's so many more, like, orgasms by masturbation happening.
So there's a collective horniness that is ensuing that is causing you to be even hornier than you ever even dreamed possible. Because you're not even picking up on your own horniness, but now you're kind of tapping into the horniness in your apartment building. Your partner's horniness. Do you have a headset for work?
No.
But you're still taking phone calls.
But I have to, they get transferred to my phone.
So they're talking to you and you're probably jerking off right now.
Yeah.
Everyone you're talking to, you go jerk off, jerk off, jerk off.
Yeah, I mean, like, that's what I'm seeing on Instagram. There's all these, like, cute pictures of people, like, in their beds, like,
horny. Definitely.
Are you feeling that? Is this, like, a...
Where am I on horny?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. I definitely think that I, like, probably run standard fire sign, Venus and Scorpango. We're talking horny. But I think that, honestly, being horny is so 2019. In 2020, I'm like, I need to be transcending what my horniness can offer, not just me, but my community. Horniness has to be for the greater good. So now I feel like 2018 was yearning.
Yeah.
2019 was horny.
Okay, 2019, okay.
2018 to me was a year of yearning. Kind of more like pathological lust, you know? Where it's like I get a little bit of the wind on my cheek and now I want to write a poem on a leaf and leave it in someone's tea for them to find. Maybe 6 months from now, I'm only a stranger to them.
That's romantic.
That was 2018.
Yeah.
2019, straight fucko.
Yeah.
Fuck brain. Doo-doo head, no thoughts, just fucking.
Okay, and now what?
And now I feel like I'm ready for the new thing. I'm like, sex? Let's kind of call it off.
Yeah, pull it off right there.
I feel like, it's like we've all done it. What else can we really do? I feel like maybe like making VR. I just feel like 2020, let's call it off.
Okay.
We've done enough. We've had enough sex.
What with those hours? Those many hours that we clock sexually, where does that time, what's happening instead?
That's all I'm saying. We could be using it for the greater good. Have I been hornier during quarantine? Absolutely. And the reason is because there's literally nothing to do.
Yeah.
There's nothing to do but have intercourse.
Yes.
And for that reason alone, I feel like we simply just have to, like, throw it up to God and be like, let's fuck.
Right. So you're coming out for horniness, I think. Even as you're like, maybe I'll become like... Volcel. Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. I like that. I like that look for you. I think horny quarantine look is like pretty in right now. It's kind of like its own...
I know. And anytime something's too in, I go, I'm out.
Yeah.
Every time, everyone's like... I'm in bed, I'm so horny teen, corn horny, corny. I'm like, what is next?
Right.
We have to think big picture.
And next is helping the community.
No, it's not. That's so over. Next is looting. If all the time we spent just freeballing, just dipping our genitalia in other people's genitalia, if instead I learned how to wield weapons and loot, it would be different.
What weapons do you know how to use at this point?
I would say, well, one thing to know about me is I know everything, and I can and have already accomplished things I've never even tried. So even though I have never held any of these things before in my hands, I know how to wield machete, bow and arrow, crossbow, axe, and the knuckles with spikes on it.
Brass knuckles. Yeah.
Where are you with weaponry, and have you mastered any since quarantine?
I have brass knuckles. They were sold to me as a paperweight.
Okay.
In like 12. And so I have those, and I've never used them, but I feel like I've looked at them enough that I would just, like, I have, like, a soul bond to, like, the object of them, and I would be able to, like, perform
I feel like that's very Aries.
I'll figure it out.
You slip them on and pop it.
Yeah, I'm like, I'll take someone's teeth out on the first try, and it will just happen.
Everything is intuitive.
Yeah, that's how I feel. And I feel like, you put a gun in my hands, it'll go off. It does,
We don't know where she's going, but it's going off.
The destination is not, it's the journey. It's that the gun's going off if it's in my hands.
I couldn't agree with you more. What do you miss the most about life before quarantine?
The outside world.
But you didn't even go out.
I didn't really go out. And it's a little weird to be like, this is pretty much what I do.
Yes. So why is it harder now? Because I feel like even introverts are like, there's something up.
Yeah. Well, I like a bar. I like to be like alone in a crowded place.
Yes. You like to sit and have vodka water.
I do like a vodka water.
You love a vodka water because you're twisted.
It's like I would like to have a specifically shitty vodka that I would never like own and cherish. It has to be like a thick pour.
Yes.
Wet vodka from Pony.
Like a nice warm pour with warm water. Honestly, hot water.
And like a cherry in it, even though that would be like terrible.
Literally. Just like some bitters that just go up top because there's no ice. It's neat.
Yeah.
But you're saying that you would take a maraschino cherry.
I would take any. I just want the weirdness that's created by someone giving you something and not really knowing anything. Just like the things about being out, where it's like, this person has no fucking idea what I'm thinking, and we're just gonna have a weird bad moment. I actually miss that kind of. It's creatively stimulating for me.
You're like, you know what I miss? Weird bad moments that end poorly for me. I think that's fair. Same. I definitely miss like a spontaneous. That didn't go as planned. There's less spontaneity. I think that's what we're all missing.
It's the surprise element. It's just like the weird, bizarro world of other people that I'm like, yeah, I want the sweat of that.
Just give me a little sweat.
Just what is, sweat from a body that you don't want to be close to? I actually miss that.
You're like, I miss someone else's perspiration just pop.
Yeah, just some spittle on my face and just having that be like a gross thing and not like a potential death thing.
Like a potential infection moment. Well, do you have any intentions that you want to bring into these last? I mean, I say last, but I think we're going to be in this for a minute. How are we going to get through? What else do we have to do?
I've been forcing myself to go outside. I've been spam texting my friends and just being annoying, just being in people's faces and just trying to shake up their day. I think just trying to still create surprises for people in your life. Just be I will send you just 15 different emojis every hour on the hour for 15 hours. That's
really cute of you. You're like, I'm going to check in and remind us all that we're part of something greater than just staring at our legs, watching the hair grow.
Yes.
Well, I love you.
I love a good leg stare, but I love you too. I'm glad that we could do this.
I'm so glad. Well, I hope that the next time we're doing this will be, I want to feel the sweat off of your stash and the spit out of your mouth into my eye.
I will do that spit thing with you.
Perfect. I love you.
I love you too.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, ready? Yeah. Oh my God.
It's gotta be tight.
It's gotta be tight. Come on. Baby net. Okay, so tell me what you think I'm saying. You ready? That's perfect.
Baby nut did coronavirus.
It works! Okay, my turn. You got it fast, huh? Let's go around the block. So, you're having trouble communicating with people. 6 feet rule, far away, you want to find a new way to connect.
Okay, I'm talking. Do you hear me?
You're done with your phone. You're done with Skype, Zoom. You know, you don't want to adapt to all these new technologies in this new 2020 age. So we gotta go back in time, baby. Hello, can you hear me? I'm there.
Is there anyone out there? I'm looking for a response, please.
All you need is 2 tin cans, long string. You can really get them anywhere. Sanitize in between youths. You know, because we're spinning it and then putting it here, so make sure you don't share your tin cans with anyone. You just gotta sanitize the wipes between each user to make sure you don't pass on any germs, mouth to ear. Okay, cans can get corona too, so gotta make sure you sanitize them. But you just go over to your friend's house with your string. As you can see, we're all 6 feet away. And this is tin can, never been used by anyone else. So all you gotta do is just, you know, easy to get stuck. Long string. Did you say my name?
Alana, can you hear me in your can? Can you hear me in your can?
Long string. You gotta roll it. 6 feet. 6. Hey, you know, wipe the dirt off. Once you get it, sanitize it. There you go. There you go. Make sure you hold it tight. Gotta be taut. And then you talk first. Yeah. Wow. Coming in crystal clear. Now that's Blu-ray, baby. I love tin can phone.
Hey, you want to eat some beans with me later?
Tin can phone. Easiest pie. Say,
I love talking to you on my tin can phone.
I love talking to you on my tin can.
2020, baby. Tin can. That's 6 feet, baby. Coronavirus can't catch from a tin can phone. Hell News with Irowid Experience Vaults is on a break as the Hell News of the month has become the Hell World of all of our lives. But you can still follow them at Irowid Experience Vaults as they are still a source of information, light, knowledge, and laughter throughout these stressful and tenuous times. Can't wait to see them soon. Now, welcome to the stage. It's Dewa Dorje. Woo!
I don't do that. I don't do Kegels. Like I'm supposed to be doing Kegels. Apparently, I'm supposed to be doing Kegels. I only do Kegels when I say Kegels. So do the math. No, this year I vow to make a change in something that's been bothering me my whole life. My whole life this has been bothering me. And just hear me out, okay? Like I go to a friend's house that has like a big dog, and as soon as I go into the house, the dog comes right for my groin, like gets the nose deep in there, and then everybody's uncomfortable and they pull it back. They're like, I don't know why he does that. I know why he does that. Because this is yummy, okay? This is delicious! Like pulling it back. I don't want that awkwardness in my life anymore. I want to live an authentic life, a wholehearted life. I've been reading Brene Brown, okay? I've been reading Brene. I'm authentic now. So next time I go over there, I'm going to say, don't reach for that collar to pull that dog back. I'm going to be like, get in there. And then I'm going to like it. I'm going to be like, yeah, he wants it. I want it. Everybody get on board. Get on board to this shit. It's my 2020 goal. Every dog, eyeballs deep, right here.
Have you been smoking weed?
Boom.
Wow. Oh my God, light up right now.
Yeah.
Woo!
Because no one's coming in here.
No one's coming in. You said the kids can't come in. Did you roll that joint yourself? Whoa, French inhale and everything, baby. Pop it. Is weed making you... Woo, woo! Is it making you less anxious, more anxious? How is it helping you?
I don't know. You know, I can't say if it's... I don't know. I think it makes me funnier.
You're like, it gives things a little pep.
No, it just, I think, just makes everything a little easier.
Have you been, okay, as a mom, have you been doing the stocking? Have you been stockpiling? No. You're just taking it day by day.
So I have what you call poverty management skills, so I can make it work.
You're like, I can stretch one lima bean for fucking weeks. We don't need toilet paper. You just fold up the rolling papers, tie them together, make it big enough to wipe your butt with.
I mean, as long as it's like junk food or something. Both of my kids are weird like that. I think they got it from me. Like there's certain things they are picky about.
Right.
But last night my son ate a bag of chips that he had opened, and every chip was stale. And I was like, "Oh, these are stale." He's like, "I don't care. I still like them."
I love him.
And then
he's resourceful. Resourceful children.
He didn't care. And then he also tells me sometimes my favorite water is old water. Everybody was out there getting toilet paper, and I keep getting messed with about this stance I have about using a t-shirt. I'm just like,
because you think it's okay to use a t-shirt to wipe your ass.
I mean, I'm saying that if worse comes to worse, I didn't realize that there would be anybody thinking that they would stockpile toilet paper, though.
I agree with you. Because toilet paper is one of the things, too, it's the easiest to replicate.
But you can't do that with beef jerky. You can't do that with...
Exactly.
Why didn't beef jerky... Why wasn't there a run on jerky? Why toilet... I really didn't get it.
No.
I honestly didn't get it.
And you're like, as someone who has wiped their ass with shirt, shoes, socks, hair, get resourceful.
Keep going.
You're like, you're actually like, I've never used toilet paper.
Yes.
So why would I start now?
A stranger's arm.
It doesn't... Big knuckles. Well, yeah, because you have the theory that someone's good at fingering if they have big knuckles. Do you have a similar theory with what arm would be good to wipe the poop out of your asshole?
Yes, car doors.
Yeah.
Door handles.
You're like windshield wipers. Windshield wiper fluid. That's a bidet on the go if you need it. Anything with a nozzle.
There's also something that nobody talked about, which is the option to not wipe.
You can just let it mellow in your asshole.
I mean, like, is that...
Just let it linger.
Is everybody so sloppy? Like, am I the only one out here having clean breaks?
You're like, so everyone is just admitting that they have diarrhea constantly. Everyone is just admitting that when they squeeze, they got a runner still stuck up there. Everyone's saying that you weren't able to pass the baton from your sphincter to your asshole to get the poop out in one go. Yeah. All of us. I mean, like, do you never wipe? Or are you saying you, like, don't have to wipe? Like, I don't really get, like, what your brag is.
Oh, okay. It's a weird flex. Okay.
Because you're basically like, everyone's out here stockpiling toilet paper. I haven't wiped in 5 years. You're like, I exclusively have clean breaks.
It's the same. It's like also like I have a Brazilian, right? And everything. And I pee. That's the same way I pee.
You pee out of your Brazilian butthole?
My vagina, and I make sure that it... Not my vagina, my urethra, and I make sure that there's no splash. I could literally not wipe. Ever.
With your butthole or urethra? Because you have a Brazilian butthole. So you're saying the lack of hair creates more lube for the poop to come out cleaner.
It's not lube or not lube. It's just it drops freely. There's nobody's hanging on. Nobody's like, oh, I need to hang on. Boom.
There's no dingleberries because there's no hair.
Yeah, I would say probably.
Do you use a squatty potty?
I used to, but it's just too ugly, dude. I just got sick of it. I started kicking it one day. I was like, why are you so fucking ugly, dude?
You're such a Libra. I hate you. You're like, my squatty potty is too ugly. I don't care about its purpose. It's hideous. I don't want to see it.
And then I tried. That's the thing about resentment started building up towards it, and I was like, I like what you're used for, but I'm resentful because you're so ugly. You know what I'm saying?
You're projecting.
I know. And then I was like, I know I spent some money on you, but
how much is one? Like $45?
No, it's probably like $20. But at one time they had 2 for $20 at Costco, so I got 2 packs.
Yeah.
And I put them everywhere.
Do you still have it? I want one.
No. So what happened was I was all up in arms about this thing, and I was trying to get everybody in the family to do it, and then nobody would use it, and I was mad at everybody. And,
so you were actually resentful at the family, but you took it out on the squatty potty. You were like, you squatty potty, you never listen to me, you don't appreciate me, you don't do your dishes. Well, anyway. I'm proud of you for having clean poops.
Yeah, thank you for saying that. And that's what I wanted to be like when everybody was saying that. I was like, everybody out here so worried about their toilet paper, what you're basically saying is sloppy ass.
You're like, the more toilet paper you buy, the more I know that you have sloppy ass. And like, keep that shit to yourself. Not everyone here at the checkout line has to see you with 9 packs of a 12-pack of toilet paper for all of us to know that you have sloppy ass. We're onto something.
If you don't have IBS and you don't have a bidet right now,
get one. Quick.
Get one.
Quickly.
I was telling my kids we're going to get a bidet.
Do you like bidets?
I don't need one, because I always have a clean breaks. But
you're like, anyway. I have no use for them because poop comes out of me cleaner than it was when it was in my sphincter.
I like this when the toilet seat is warm for some reason. I know some people hate that.
I love a warm seat. I think it makes the poop come out better.
Yeah, I think so too. I don't know why, but
you're like, all my poop comes out like a warm seat anyway. My poop actually comes out transparent. It's clear. Mm-hmm. It's clear. Like an owl's pellet where you can open it up and you've seen everything that I've eaten throughout that day because I digest so well.
No, you find the skeleton of my ex-husband.
Divorcee, momity.
I hate how big my tongue is. It's like offensive.
Show us. Your tongue is huge. Dinner plate tongue. Dinner plate tongue.
No, but I could pretend that it's like not that big.
Okay, show us. No, you can still tell it's that big. Yeah. Make it skinny. Skinny tongue. Make it big again. I know, and it's also ribbed for her pleasure. Your tongue is ribbed for her pleasure. It has ripples.
I was talking to someone and they were like, every time I have sex with a dude, they try to do my clit like this.
I know. It's so violent.
I was like, what?
It's like, have a little bit of courtesy, ask, talk to the clit, have conversation, see what they want. But the first time I learned what 69 was, I thought it was this like precious metal that like I like knew about this cool adult sex thing that I could then like tell everyone about, like 69, you put your head on the nuts and then nuts go in your head. It's like this. Cup it, twist it.
Bop it.
I was like, I know what 69 is. And I was like, this is the most exciting moment of my entire life. But I do think that it's something to be said that it's like, no one learns how to have sex. No one learns how to have like pleasure in your own body. So when you have to have that translate when you're telling someone else in real time, like, this is what it's like for me to feel good, that can be really daunting. Mm-hmm. And then someone ends up just like jackhammering your clit or flipping it upside down. We don't need that anymore. It's like, I don't know why we're doing like, it's a gentle pulse. And you apply more pressure as need be. You don't go straight to overdrive.
Hammer drive.
We don't need to go MC hammer drive. And I mean, I've had men blow on my clit.
Oh, if you want to put your ring finger in my booty hole, that's okay.
I agree with you. Is there anything else that you want to share about your life in the times of Corona with this wonderful audience?
Life in the times of Corona. I mean, what's funny about it? I mean, I don't know. Just like the way people were saying what's up to people. What's wrong with that?
Oh, why are you paused? What do you mean?
I don't know. My phone just rang. Like, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with this?
You think that's good or bad?
I mean, I like this. Like, we don't have to look at each other like.
You're like, just give a little what's up. Just acknowledge someone. Do a little head nod.
Yes, but the other thing I wanted to address is like, one day I bowed to somebody. I did this because in our culture you do, and we go like this. But it's not like a full on at the waist. It's just like
totally.
This. But as an Asian person to any non-Asian person, they can't do it back to me.
No, that's racist.
I don't know why though.
You're like, you don't bow. I'm bowing within my culture. You just do one of these or whatever. You just do this.
Rock on.
You just rock on. That's all that matters.
Don't bow proactively.
No.
And don't bow in receipt of it.
Just do neither. You're like, do not give nor receive bow.
No.
Just rock.
You just rock.
Or head nod. Or both.
When you do that, where's your tongue?
It's in here. It's kind of like, Fred Durst.
I do want to let everybody know that, also, I want to let your fans know that I am now fully in stock. My website's completely updated with all the newest.
You're selling fidget spinners?
Yeah, boy.
Are they Dewa Dorje fidget spinners?
We're getting there. Right now it's just pick whatever sticker, that comes with it.
But on your website right now at dewadorje.com, you can buy fidget spinners.
DEWA Dorje.com.
Spin on.
Spin on it.
Okay, well, I love you. Let's keep spinning and keep rocking. Peace.
Hey, how's it going, MTV Cribs? My name is Max Delsohn, and I'm going to be showing you my apartment, where I eat, sleep, dream, and also recently socialize and go out and drink in the daytime. Let's have a look. So, this is the place. Yeah. This is our living room / office. As you can see, my partner Gabby's computer is out and her phone. Some miscellaneous cords, empty Sun Chips bag, empty LaCroix can. We've got a cat here. This is our cat. She's, you know what? We'll give her some space. She doesn't look like she's open for visitors right now. We've got a bookshelf with a lot of books. Getting a lot of action right now, the bookshelf. Reading is indoors and it's free. We've got this disgusting structure right here. This is a cat structure that we have. Pretty upsetting to look at. We won't dwell on that. This is kitchen table and Rochelle's office, owned by the Lady of the East. Let's see, I'm in my boxers, but let's go outside. Let's see what the world has to offer us. Sort of got this little patio area. The rats love it here. This is the chair that I recovered from top surgery in. So I slept in that chair for a month, and then afterwards I couldn't bear to have it in the house. So now it's an outdoor chair. It's a little cold. It's, got tiny legs. This is the kitchen. It's kind of a narrow strip here. Bar cart. Got some really old weed, like catastrophically old. A dreidel is here for some reason. I don't know how that was, I guess like revelry is like the general theme of the bar cart. Do you want to see the fridge? I never watched, I wasn't allowed to watch Cribs as a child, so I just, I don't know what's typical. But, yeah, we've got some stuff. As you can see, I got some root beers as a gift to myself. I thought that, you know, it would be nice. People in Wuhan are saying that, like, when they like, you know, got a bunch of food and stocked up and stuff, the main thing they wished that they got was candy. So that's my equivalent of candy. I like my drinkables, what can I say? Restroom. Alright. Look at that. Handsome mug right there. Got some toothbrushes. Gabby and I. Little bath mat. This is, you can like lay down in the bath and it's like a little pillow. Just spend a lot of time in there right now. Look at that. Handsome mug, once again. Let's see what roommate number 1 is doing here. Let's knock. Oh, come in. We can come on in. Oh, wow. Look at this cool room. Look at this.
Hello!
It's like a discotheque in the 70s. How's it going, Rochelle?
Just passing the time slowly.
Yeah. The time is slow for you?
It's slower every single day.
There's a lot of colors in here that are very nice. It's very calming to be in here.
Turn on the light.
No, don't turn it on. I don't want the light on.
The light.
Okay, and now we've saved perhaps the best for last. We have a new addition to the home. Say hi to Moose. Hello, Moose. Oh, well, she's gone. And here is my beautiful wife, Gabbo.
Hello.
She's doing some laundry. You know, before I made this video, I washed Usher's cribs. And Usher wasn't doing his own laundry. What do you want?
Say that you're not doing.
I will do the laundry after this. I'll help with the laundry after this.
Right.
I just need to show them the last stop, our bed / my office. Here we are. So this is where I rest and then I work, and really I just do everything here. I gotta get back to work, so it's time for my blue light glasses. These are hunting goggles that my coworker Jen gifted to me. Apparently they were kind of expensive, which makes sense because they do make me look very powerful and focused. So that's it. Thank you so much, MTV Cribs, coming to my humble abode. I'm so glad that I could document this moment in time for the viewers at home, which is the only kind of viewer that we have now. Okay, bye.
Okay, and now coming to the stage, welcome Cucci Banaka. Woo! Okay, so I want to know about your quarantine routine. Have you been showering? Okay. Have you been masturbating?
Oh,
have you been fucking?
Okay, perfect. So what I have been doing is negotiating blowjobs. It's a powerful thing. I've been on hormones for about like 3 months now, so I'm like feeling changes in my body and in my mind and stuff. Like
right.
now I'm like, wow, I'm like negotiating with like a blowjob. I'm like, I'm a woman, you know.
But like, can you break down what negotiating with a blowjob means?
I'm like, if you do the dishes, I'll suck your dick.
What?
I'm also finding myself cold for no reason. I'm like,
oh, ladies are always cold. Does your butt get cold all the time? Now women, their butts are just cold.
Cold. It's so weird because I used to be like a furnace. It used to be a furnace, and like I wouldn't even date people in the summertime because I didn't want to have to lay next to them.
But look at you now, icebox where your heart used to be.
Yeah. But yeah, so what I do is I do go to work, and then when I come home, I have like a ritual that I go right over to the dryer, and I take off all of my clothes and I throw them in there on high.
Oh, because you're freezing.
but I'm freezing, and then I go upstairs and then smoke 1 gram of marijuana in the shower.
1 solo Cucci gram. Do you roll your own joints? Are you getting a pre-rolled gram?
There's like $20 for 5 of them or some shit. So
Perfect.
I've been smoking a lot more weed. I'm sorry I'm not going to be as sharp for you tonight.
We don't need sharp. I just want you to be raw. Also, grocery stores are so fucking cold on top of it all.
Yeah, they're really cold, and it's because, like, they want people to leave. Like, buy your shit and leave. Like, don't hang out.
Don't linger. Well, now you can't linger anywhere. Also, you're a double veteran. You're like veteran, and now you're also veteran of working during coronavirus.
Yeah, I'm like, life is fucking weird, and I literally don't understand it anymore.
But you understand everything. What don't you understand? You have all the answers.
I was self-isolating back in fucking December.
Yes. You had it all figured out. Everyone was having the worst winter of their lives and coming to you crying, and you were like, I haven't left my room in 3 months.
Yeah, exactly. And I quit smoking cigarettes at the perfect time, too.
Genius.
So it's like, what is going on? I was like, my psyche, one of my inner me's was like, prepare. So I've been preparing. I don't even feel sad right now. Lots of people are like, I'm so sad. I'm like, yo, we're not crying right now.
How do you feel?
I feel it's fucking weird because my therapist broke up with me last week.
Whoa, what did they say?
They're like, have funding. Like, the funding got cut. And so they're like
fuck.
Yeah, so I'm like, oh, that's okay. But it was like, I was glad that she called me because it'd be weird to not talk to somebody or say goodbye to somebody you talked to for like an hour a week. Every week.
That'd be scary.
Yeah, but she was like, you were right, and I was like, yes, I was right, because I was freaking out about the coronavirus like weeks ago.
Right, everyone, I mean, me included, I wasn't taking it seriously. Look at me now, dumbass.
Yeah, I mean, like, who knows?
What do you think the future holds for us?
Oh my god. Hopefully, non-skilled workers get paid more money.
Are you more horny or less horny during quarantine?
It's weird because I'm only horny at work.
Whoa! Who are you horny for? Customers?
Oh, yeah.
For customers, for produce?
Customers, employees. That's it.
Do you have sex at work?
No. When I was in the military, my office was literally fucking annihilated.
But annihilated with nut. Annihilated with cum. But I feel like that's part of being in the military. I just feel like masturbation is part of the culture. I mean, like, what else are you supposed to do? You're just waiting around all day.
Yeah, you're waiting. You're hurrying up and waiting.
Yeah. What are you hurrying up for?
To wait.
To wait. Hurry up to wait.
You're hurrying up to wait.
Yeah, well, I mean, didn't you say, let me know if I'm misquoting you, but you were like historically a bottom until you realized you had to start being the top you wish you could see in the world.
Yeah, well, I think I was. Most of my partners when I was like in high school wouldn't let me top them because they thought I was too feminine.
Disgusting. Disgusting.
Like, I wanted to do it all the time. Like, I was like, yeah, but they were like, no. But then, yeah, in my 20s, I was literally exhausted and very extremely disappointed with the dick that was being delivered out there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit, was that? There's a fucking animal living in my wall.
What kind of animal? Like a chipmunk or a rodent?
It's a rat, for sure. It's a rat.
Can you get it? Do you hear it now?
No, I heard it, but the place of wall that it is in there's a hole outside, but it's stuck in this only one part of the wall.
Okay, well, what are you gonna do about it?
Nothing, because the thing is, our fucking landlord is we don't want to fucking talk to her.
Yeah, because she's a landlord.
Yeah,
what are you
like,
most excited to do once we can all see each other again?
Will be really excited to go dancing.
We miss dancing so much.
And it's fun because and you're like, you don't have to talk to people.
Literally. You can just be in your own little cave and move.
And people might even be concerned about you. They're like, "Oh, you okay?" And you're like, you just don't talk. And then they're like, "Oh no."
Like, cool, she's not okay.
They worry about you, and then they send you messages later on. And I'm like, "Bitch, I was high and you were talking." What time is it? It's 3:30 in the morning, you know? Like,
of course I'm not fucking okay. No one's okay at 3:30 in the morning.
Fine. No, I'm actually great. That's the thing. But yeah, talking's hard sometimes, you know. And
Talking's really hard.
Yep.
What have you been doing to manage stress during this time?
I've been cooking.
What do you cook?
Lots of things. I've frozen pizzas a lot of the time.
Yum yum. That's what you're going to talk about at the last Critter Barn. What? Because you were like, I'm so excited. I need to talk to the people.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, yeah. Well, before everything started getting really crazy and stuff, I was most excited because I was like, cool. Like, people probably don't want to hear me say all these bad things about coronavirus, especially so early in the game that maybe I would be extremely insensitive. You know,
right?
I probably would have
because you were right.
Because I was going to talk about some other things, and one other thing that I was going to talk about is how right now and it's been this going on for 7 months on the porn websites, and they're like, fuck your stepson, stretch him out, and I'm like, I'm like, what the fuck is this? America is disgusting, you know? And it's made me, I used to want to have kids.
But now I don't want to have kids because Pornhub is telling me to stretch my stepson's asshole.
Then you feed them, and then you fuck them, and that's just weird.
It's disgusting.
It's I'm
because we have to draw the line somewhere, and we draw the line at stretching your stepson's asshole.
Yeah, and they're yeah, it's perverted. It's really perverted.
And perverted isn't bad inherently, but I just feel like that's your line. You're like, I don't want to do that.
I would even say that it is taboo, because if two consenting adults can do whatever the fuck they want to do with each other, I'm just not going to bang my stepson, you know?
You're like, I don't want to stretch my stepson out. Let me just have that.
Yeah, no, it just doesn't. It's just a weird power dynamic thingy. But I guess that's why
it goes back to power, control, isolation, submission, repression. That's what's coming up for everyone.
Yeah, I've been seeing some funny things in porn. Somebody had Toy Story on in the background.
What scene was it when Buzz and Woody were stuck in the claw machine? What part?
It was Buzz Lightyear flying. You know?
Buzz Lightyear flying erotic. You're like, I want to fuck. Good.
Yeah.
I need more of that.
It's just here's somebody yelping, and you're just no. Horny. Yeah. But I am mostly horny at work, and I think it is just because it is a time prison. So I'm doing all these coping skills that I know how to cope with, and being horny is one of them. I know, we all shouldn't have to work, and if those who want to work, please do. And you know, I still kind of think that is kind of what is happening. I literally work. I didn't fuck myself, but I work 3 days a week at my day job.
Same. I can't work anymore.
So I can't work anymore, though. But they're like, do you want to go on days? I'm like, I can't. I'm like, I'll starve. I'll starve. Because I don't want to work.
I'm with you. I can't work. I have shit to do. I have to space out and look out the window. Well, is there anything else that you want to tell the fine viewers at home?
No. Oh, I don't think so.
Okay, well, I love you, and I'll see you when this is all over.
I'll see you soon.
Goodbye. Mwah.
Bye.
Oh, big ear. I was big ear. Long, arduous year. Tired, exhausted. just feeling like a Sherpa, carrying myself up the mountain to be Baba Yaga every fucking day. Too much. But we learn, we evolve, it's good. I was like, let's be non-monogamous this year, because I'm a fucking moron! Because I'm a fucking idiot, that's why I do it. I'm like, it's good, man, one love, summer of 69. Just kidding. We're not kidding. We laugh, we learn. Living, loving, laughing. It's like in the song from before, it's like you take what's comfortable and you're like, nuke it, and then you just jump into the abyss. And you're like, let's do ketamine together as metamors, and it's chill. Doing non-monogamy, even saying it makes me sick to my stomach. Disgusting term. Polyamorous is even worse. God, it's too like 30 bray, you know what I mean? It's a little too medieval times for my taste, all these terminologies. It's like you learn wacky things about yourself, It doesn't matter who you are, gender, sexuality, anyone can be a fuckboy. And that hurts to learn, that I can be a fuck they. Ugh, yikers. It's like, it's one fell swoop to, what's your co-star into someone's pussy. And that doesn't feel good. Like, link up on the pattern so we can never talk to each other. And that feels tight. I also got fired this year, which is chill. Who gets fired? Woo! And it's like, why would you fire me? Look how much fun we're having. Why would you fire me? Look how tall I am. I'm just top of the shelf. It's so good, Why would it's like I bring morale, Am I good at my job? No. But hey, we're laughing, and I really make people think. That's why I gotta be on the staff. But I found the perfect job for me. I am a life model. Yes, I'm a nude art model. It's so much fun. Show up at the school, drop trout, strike a pose, and wait. That's all you do. Lots of people look at your bod. It's cool. It's kind of like freaky too. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, look at that long pube I have. Everyone's got the long one. It's like mechanical pencil lead. You know what I mean? You like can never shave it. Like it won't bend. It has like its own agenda. And the best part about being the art model is that then you get all these paintings and drawings and sculptures of your naked body. I'm like, mwah, it's my dream. I'm Sagittarius. Gimme. And sometimes when you do the advanced classes, they're gorgeous. It's like your areola's got a life of its own. Everything, it's like crashing waves. It's like listening to Vivaldi. And sometimes people they're like, oh, Clara, you want to see my drawings? And I'm like, okay. And then they give it to you, and I'm like, why the fuck do you think I look like a SCOBY? Like, I look like a kombucha starter? What the fuck? It's like, can you blend a bit? Can we blend? You're gonna confidently give me claymation? Like, I look like the first man. What the fuck? Very frightening. I'm like, okay, chill, body positivity, but I have form, it's too much. But I'm learning. And then my other job, which is, I really feel like I've like evolved into lesbiana, which is that I also work at the co-op, which is gay as fuck, super gay, it's like, you're in her DMs, and I'm weighing her diva cup as bald grains. We are not the same. That's what that comes down to. You know who else is at the co-op? Exes. Exes are at the co-op. Yours, mine, theirs, they're all there. I was stocking tofu one day, being gay, and also while this is happening, my boss is like, when you open the tofu, don't use the box knife, just use the side of the box cutter. And I'm like, shut the fuck up. I'm like, I do not care at all. So I'm slicing the tofu with the knife, making a mess. Just making a mess. It's so flimsy. There's shoes everywhere. So I'm stocking it wet. You know what I mean? Don't give me health insurance. That's what it comes down to. Give a mouse a cookie. I stock the tofu wet. Stocking it wet, and then behind me, I feel the piercing eyes of my partner's ex. Ugh, so frightening. And then in the moment, I text Val. Ever heard of him before? I was like, you won't believe what I just saw. And then I got a neck zit the size of Mount Everest, and then herpes immediately started forming on her mouth. Full lesbian black hole curse. Okay, it's scary. And yeah, I do have herpes. Why? Because I'm hot. So. That's who gets herpes, okay? I also feel like I have herpes karmically because I have fingered too many people after petting a cat and not washing their hands. God is like, they burn, now you burn. Now we all burn. I'm like, I have herpes because I fucking forget to wash my hands all the time. And then it's like, let's get fun, date night, obliterating someone's clitoris. I'm like, whoops. So anyway, find me on Instagram. I'm Clara Pluton. Bye!
And now coming to the stage, it's SummerAzim. Woo!
Hi. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, cool. Hi, Summer. How are you?
I'm pretty okay. How are you? How are you doing?
I think that I'm feeling, as good as anyone else can. I'm really glad that you want to talk on the phone and chat.
I also never talk on the phone with anyone, so.
Really? Do you FaceTime?
I hate it. No, I text mainly, but even I'm bad at that. I'm just like a fucking weirdo. It's hard for me to keep connection.
You're like, just knock on my door, just throw a rock at my window.
I'll send a pigeon.
Okay, do you want to talk to me about your newsletter? I read what you sent me. It's amazing, and I want to talk to you about it.
Oh, what do you think? That's so sweet. Thank you.
Well, I just think that it's like, talk to me about what you wrote for the people watching at home who have yet to read this.
All the viewers out there, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the newsletter titled Am I Good Enough is basically me, pretty much what everyone is going through now with, like, self-quarantine and shit, like having to sort of figure out their own shit because you're forced to. It was, like, me starting that before, like, this all happened. But that's, like, the general theme of it. It's just me figuring my shit out. And, like, forcing myself to create, like, the title is, like, something that I feel like a lot of people question, too, like, with imposter syndrome and shit like that. Something that I, like, question myself about, like, often. About, like, whatever, like, random things.
Right.
Like, it's just like an exercise to, like, get out of that. You know what I mean?
Definitely. Well, have you found that it's been helpful to get you out of those patterns?
Oh, for sure. For sure. Like, it's one of the reasons why I love, like, Dadaism and like, really abstract art, because it forces you to get out of yourself,
Definitely.
So, like, it's, like, has helped me do that.
Well, to you, what does being too into yourself look like?
It's shutting down, essentially.
Totally.
It's
nothing else can come in. We're just shutting down.
Yeah, exactly. And I feel like that's really easy to do, especially now. Like, we're so overstimulated. At least, like, with me, I feel so overstimulated that it's just like shocking that you just like, yeah, you just shut down.
Yeah, 100%. How long have you been doing the newsletter?
Honestly, not long. I've been, well, I mean, I don't know. It's kind of hard to say. I think that, like, ever since I was, like, a young teen, I was making, like, zines and stuff like that. So I think this is just, like, another...
It's an extension
of that. Yeah, it's like another, yeah, exactly.
I definitely love no, please, yeah, go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just going to say, like, you could say 10 years, but I would say, like, 3 months.
Okay, cool. But you've been writing longer than you've been doing stand-up.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
my gosh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, I was like that weird kid, because I was homeschooled, so I was like that weird kid that I would write, like, plays. This is so stupid. I would write, like, plays and try to have my cousins act
Summer,
them.
I was writing plays, too. Don't even get me started. I was like a non-traditional form that my 15-year-old self can affix to. Let's do it.
Yeah, no, I was, like, even younger. I was, like, fucking 11 or 12.
You were 11 being like, I'll bite King
Yeah,
Lear.
just, like, writing
scripts.
Yeah. Yeah, just, like, writing scripts and, like, plays are, like, the only sort of frame of reference that I had, because my parents, like, made me read, which is, like, good for them, but they made me read, like, a lot of August Wilson and, like, a lot of old contemporary, well, I guess they're not contemporary anymore, but a lot of old, like, traditional black plays.
Totally.
And so I had that, and so I just, like, started writing, like, these plays and shit to have my cousins act out, and they would always fuck it up, and then I'd always get upset.
That's so cute. Are you writing anything like that now?
Oh, yeah, I've been, like, working on scripts now, like, more so of, like, TV and, like, film sort of stuff, less so, like,
you're just a genius. Stuff. I can't wait to see all of them. Okay, so with this newsletter that you sent me, I love that you're talking about addiction, self-sabotage, talking about, like, you know, both the metaphorical and the literal existential psychedelic drug-filled journeys that we go on to try to, quote-unquote, find ourselves and, like, get out of ourselves and get back into ourselves. When did that sort of, like, thinking start for you? Like, when was the first time you were like, I should do drugs to see if there's anything else out there?
That's another thing I feel like I always had. My dad is, like, a huge fucking stoner. So, like, I was always around, like, drugs. And, like, also, like, growing up, like, in, like, the hoods of Chicago and shit. Like, drugs were around, you know? Like,
totally.
But the thing that, like, which I think came up with me recently with writing this, is that, like, I saw, like, with drugs being too into yourself, you know what I mean? Like, when you're just fucking strung out.
Definitely. Because that's always, like, the line that all of us have to balance upon is, like, how is this, like, a nice exfoliating and a necessary purging, and when does this just become enabling?
Right, exactly. So I think that I always had that sort of inkling that, like, substances can be used to achieve, like, another state of being.
Totally.
So that was always, like, interesting to me. But now I'm at this point where I'm like, okay, like, what is that limit and what's that line, you know? And I think that's something that, like, I don't know if it's specifically like a Seattle, like, Pacific Northwest thing or, like, what, but pretty much everyone that I know is, like, either a functional addict or alcoholic, or, like, was and now are, like, completely sober. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I never really find
I mean, I don't know if it's, like, I don't think it's a Seattle thing. I think it's kind of more, like, hashtag millennial, you know? I think that there's this, like,
for sure.
real...
For sure.
there's like this real push for all of us now to be like, we have to quote, like, get our shit together to some extent and to some degree. But I think that we are kind of definitely more than Gen X and definitely more than Boomers, like this first generation where we're like, okay, we have to undo some of the fucked up familial and ancestral patterns that were like put before us. And I feel like and like a lot of that too can be like funneled with and through drugs, but then none of us like learned healthy coping mechanisms from when we were children. So it's like, oh, is this the coping mechanism? Twist, it can't be.
Right, no, exactly. Because I have that with like food too. And it's like, that's an even harder and insidious one because it's like you need to eat. Like, you know what I mean?
You literally need to eat. And you also like deserve to have eating feel and taste good, rewarding, necessary, but because we live in like a white supremacist, fat-phobic, capitalist hell, food is seen as something that you can replace.
Right.
And not as like it's not as like an intuitive or inherent part of being a person.
Right. Yeah. That I'm like the scales can. Oh, that's actually not a good metaphor to use in this context,
but we see what you're saying.
But it's just, like, you can go too far with it. Like, I've done the thing, like, outside of the, I mean, I guess it's not outside of the company, but whatever. I'm just going to finish what I was going to say.
Please.
But being too indulgent with it, like, that's also a thing, and it's very fucking insidious, and it's hard to like balance. I mean, and I'm speaking like personally, it's hard to like balance this thing that is necessary and justifying it because it is justified. You need to eat, but also being like, okay, well, if I can do this, then I can go out and like have a couple shots or like whatever. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
totally. Well, how do you define indulgence?
Excess, like doing and eating more than you need to.
Well, I'm always on this like line too, where I'm like, excess is a capitalist word that was invented to make people feel bad. They have like wants and desires. So like, what's the intersection of like desire and kind of, suffocating your true self? You know what I mean? It's like, how do we like, it's like, to me, it's like the word that I try to meditate on is like temperance. But even like needs, wants, and desires are all like understood to us and like learned through a lens that's harmful. Like, we can't fucking win.
Right. I mean, for me, how I like determine or like think about excess, I think about like the beginnings of like a capitalist society where, like it was agricultural, and one year somebody's crop yielded way more than like the others, and them knowing that, they just sat on that and just sort of like monopolized on that instead of like sharing with others, or like, you know what I mean? Like, is that sort of like a needless sort of thing that's like, I feel like that exists outside of capitalism, but capitalism really bastardized it to this meaning in this way that like it is like meaning it does end up meaning like neglecting yourself and your desires and your wants and your needs and stuff like that.
Absolutely. Yeah, it does tend to bastardize, doesn't it? Well, what do you want to grow from this newsletter? Like, what are you hoping comes from it?
Honestly, I hope it helps me to become like more open with myself, regardless. I love the newsletter format because it has like the vulnerability of a diary, but with kind of a more enhanced analysis. So it's like, here's my journal, but it's like my journal two parts of me removed, where it's like I put some thought
into my vulnerability. And I think that's really healing because people can read that and it's like validating and relatable and it's raw.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I love a newsletter format.
Yeah, and I love, like, writing like that in general. I love, like, very honest and open writing because I feel like that's why we have writing. Like, you know what I mean? That's why we
Literally.
have a form of communication so that we can
Definitely.
express how we feel.
Well, to everyone out there, do you have any tips, tricks, pieces of advice as to how we're going to get through the next month of this virus?
Month so far. Month at the very least. Month at minimum.
Month at fucking minimum.
Woof. Just fucking, what I've been doing is, like, just creating, like, all the shit that I thought that I didn't have time for because I had work or I had all this other shit and I need to go do this and I got to wait for the bus and, like, XYZ. Now that's all removed, like, take advantage of that.
Definitely.
And that's something that I have to, like,
think
keep
that's
repeating
beautiful.
to myself. Because it's like, yeah, like, I was a fucking asshole. I fucking slept for, like, a week. Like,
I mean,
did all that
duh,
shit
how else are we going to cope?
Yeah, like, we're fucking tired. Like, it's hard, like, existing as, like, a femme, queer person of color in this fucking timeline. Like, it sucks.
Summer's tired today.
Yeah,
Summer's as she has the right to be.
But just take advantage of that time. Like, it sucks. But it sucks because we're thinking about all of our obligations and shit like that. But, like, this is the closest we're going to get to a time where we have nothing but time to work on ourselves and, like, shit that we want to work on. So we gotta fucking do it. Watch new shit. Even if you do one thing a day, like, just fucking do that.
I'm inspired. You're inspiring me right now. Thank you so much, Summer.
Shut the hell up. Shut the hell up.
It's happening. The inspiration's flowing through me. Well, you rock. I can't wait to see you IRL once this is all over, whenever that is.
Yeah, for sure.
And we'll have people subscribe to your newsletter at subscribepage.com/am I even good enough?
Yeah, did that work?
Yes, it does.
Okay,
yeah.
Okay, sick. I have it linked on my Instagram, but when I clicked on it, it didn't work for my Insta, so I don't know what that was. I don't know what that's about.
It works, baby.
Yeah. Nice.
Okay, you're amazing. I'll talk to you soon.
Oh, thank you. You're also amazing.
Goodbye, my friend.
Bye. Have a good night.
Well, everyone, that was the show. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for wanting to be a part of it. I miss seeing all of you so much. Words can't even describe. Love one another. Tell the people in your life how much they mean to you. If you want to, pay what you can. Admission is still at my Venmo at Clara Pluton. I'll distribute that money to all the performers that were a part of this show, and I hope that the next one gets to be live and I can hear you and see you, but if it's not, that's what we have to do, and we'll continue to adapt and be brave and kind. Okay, see you later. Bye.